Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Sunday morning. I'm trying to figure out where I was on this. Yeah, I've been up a long time tonight. Well, let's see. Where was I? Now, I got that great big old rose hook on here somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I knew I'd find it. I knew I'd find it. Yay. Well, maybe a cup of coffee. It's 5:30 in the morning, or 5:30. Yeah, I wake up about 4. And I said, I just got to get up for some reason. And I did. Oh, and you can tell I've been up because I had my little spotlights on today. I guess I don't need those now. I do wear these, especially at night, or sometimes when I can't see very well. Have you ever, I've noticed that when I'm crocheting, or no matter what I'm doing, reading or watching the television movie or something, or YouTube, that my eyes sort of blur. Not blur. It's blur. Yeah, blur. And that's when it tells me, rest your eyes. And I've got this little, because I sure don't want anything to happen where I can't see. My mother had embolism, I think she did, in one of her eyes. Anyway, it got where she couldn't see because a black spot would come over her eye. And she loved beautiful things. She did a lot of embroidery up to the last end of her years when her hands just, she just couldn't see or do the craft she loved to do. But she could embroidery. It was beautiful. And evidently she learned when she was a little girl. And Mom was born in 1913. Yeah, and Dad was born in 1915. So their way of life is not like our way of life, but yet in a way it is. We go through the same kind of changes, and since we've seen them go through it, then we know how to go through whatever it is. But I still don't feel like I'm as old as I am, and I don't think I am as old as I am. Do you ever feel like, yep. I mean, we've talked about this before. And how life is just sort of life. That's all there is to it. And here I sit in my little apartment, and I was thinking as I was crawling, not crawling, but you know how you get up early and you're up all night and just worn out, but yet you don't want to lay in bed. You don't want to sleep for some reason, but I'm sure about the time it's time for me to get up, that's when I go to bed. One thing that's good, the only ones that have to put up with me in the morning or at night are the puppies and the kitty cat. It's not like I've got someone in the other room or a man in the other room or somebody said, turn that light off. Or they're up watching TV all night. My husband used to go to bed and he loved the TV on when he went to sleep. And it would run and I'd wake up and I'd have to get up and turn off the TV. Yes. Yeah, 35 years. He was a pistol. He really was a pistol. Anyway. But no, I only have to contend with them. They have to contend with me, and now you have to contend with me. Oh my! Do you ever get up at night like this? Do you? Sometimes it's just the way it is, and I need to clean the house. I mean, really, I need to clean the house. Got a little chill this morning. Uh, when you don't want anything heavy, I've given away all my shawls. I don't even have a shawl anymore. I guess I'm going to have to make me one. And it's not like I don't have a sweater in there, but I didn't want anything quite that heavy. I just want something light to, pull on. Lisa got me this oh, 20 years ago. And it's one of those, it's amazing how much I use a scarf. This is one of those affinity scarves. I think initially she bought it for me to go on a cruise or something. I can't remember. But it's a bathing suit cover. And yet it's an infinity kind of lightweight gauze scarf. And I've worn it over my head, around my neck, around my waist. Of course, I have no waist now. My waist, where are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But it's pretty because it's got that pretty blue in it. It's got blue and purple and orange. And it's really fine gauze. Oh, it's got a tag on it. Had it so long you'd think I knew everything about it. Well, I don't know. See how big it is? Yeah. And it just goes around, it's just sewn in one, just sewn together. Oh, I'm the chic of Arabic. No, that's not the way it goes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just chill much a little bit on my. Well, I didn't get out on a hover round. I don't know, it's my place again. I didn't get out on my hover round last couple of days. As you know. In fact, you know more about me than anybody does. And I know that you're just sitting in your house. Not just sitting, you're living. Remember when you think about, oh, if I could just stay at home and send the kids off to school and stay in bed and then get up when I want to and clean the house or whatever I want to do. Well, your time is here. I can do what I want to do. Oh, yeah. Life is funny, isn't it? Yeah, I got up yesterday morning, and watered. And this morning they said, Google said at 4:30 this morning it was going to rain. Well, that must have stuck in my head because 4:30 is when I crawled out of bed this last time. I looked out and I said, no rain. No rain. It's so funny. First we have rain all the time, and then we don't have rain. And my sister was telling me even that in Las Vegas, people are living in the ground. Homeless people are living, not in the ground, they're under the underwater water ducts or something in Las Vegas. Like Romans did, I guess. They put water underground, let it go where it needs to go. But evidently they're worried about all those people drowning when the water comes. And now I'm thinking, Las Vegas in the desert. They get their water from Boulder Dam, or it used to be what does it used to be? Boulder Dam is the name of it. Lake Mead. It's like meeting Salt Lake City. Maybe I don't know where I am. It's not important. She was telling me, and I guess I got confused. I don't know if she was talking about Las Vegas or Salt Lake City or Lake Mead or what she was, or the Boulder Dam. I don't know if they're all together, or I don't know. Let's not talk about things like that. It bothers me. I want to talk about things that I have no control over. No, I want to have. No, I want to talk about things that I do have control over, like crocheting. You have complete control over crocheting. The color of the yarn, the stitch you're going to use. Now, again, I've lost my place. Have I actually even done any stitches since I've been talking to you? I just pulled it up here, didn't I? All right, follow the yarn. You know, like they do in mystery movies. They say, follow the money. Well, I'm following the yarn here. Following the yarn. Where? This thing's getting really big. Big. I'm so close to the end I can taste it. Okay, follow the thread. Follow the thread. Follow the thread. Aha! Follow the thread. Yes! I found it. Let's see if I keep up with it this time. There we go. Yeah, my sister found one of her elephant ears out in the front bed, in front of her house, and she says, "Ah, my elephant ear came up." And so she's been trying to run a water hose to it, to save it, because in the front yard, her water hose, her faucet is behind these huge bushes in front of her house. Well, it's hard to get behind those big old bushes. Those things are strong. You try to pull through there, And so she has a hard time watering the front yard. So whatever she's got in the front yard, if it don't rain, it ain't gonna make it. But yet her grass is beautiful. There's beautiful grass out there. At the Zoya and bluegrass, Zoya and fescue. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. So she's worried about this elephant ear. Well, I decided I'd go over there and look at it yesterday. And I looked at it, of course. It looks like there's two of them, and there's just two leaves, gantly leaves of this elephant ear. It needs water, and a little bit of, fertilizer or something would be nice. And I told her, I said, well, we might be able to lift it, but the ground's so hard right now, we can't do that. It's going to have to get moist, a lot more moist, before I could ever pierce the ground. It is just like concrete when it gets dry around here. And it just, the poor roots don't have a chance if we don't have any of some kind of, stuff to put in it, some of that fertilizer grit, what I call it, and use it to pull it back up. And it might take a couple of years to, restore that bulb where it's got enough nutrients in it to really, to make itself amazing. And evidently, at one time, she said it was breathtaking. There was the side of her step in front of her house. Her house sits up on a hill like this. And so everything looks twice as big up there. But it's really a beautiful home here. So I got put it on my list of things to piddle with. Might give me a planter, what do you call it? A pan, pot, flower pot to put it in, and bring it up with that. I think maybe. I don't know. Right now, I'd just like to. I may jump off this project for a while and do something else. I've got such beautiful yarn Mrs. C had sent me. And I would love to produce something. I've got so many things in my mind that I want to do. But I guess that's good when we want to crochet and we want to find something different. And there's Gigi. She's just a crocheting away, just like everybody else is. Baby blankets, and I'm looking forward to y'all sending me some pictures of your work. I would love to see it. I looked last night before I went to bed to see if anyone had posted or on email or not. Yeah, is it email or messenger? I don't know how else to really get it to me. But anyway, I hope to get some pretty works. This last video I put up, boy, I'm really majorly. I put it up and I thought it was up, and I checked it and then it said private. And I said, wait a minute, why is that saying private? And then I went in there and took it off private. And then it said, well, it would be scheduled. It said private, and then it said it would schedule it for 12 o'clock in a.m. or something like that. Which sometimes YouTube does that. It doesn't automatically upload it for some reason. Or maybe I'm pushing the wrong buttons. So then I thought, well, I'll just go in there and try to schedule it. Well, then it said, sorry, you can't make any changes to it because it's Premiere. And I'm thinking, now this happened to me before. I don't even know what Premiere means. So I guess it means that the video gets special attention, or it's just, I have no idea, to tell you the truth. But Maribel had left a little note. It was really funny. She said, I guess I'll have to watch your next video on replay because I don't think I'll be staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, what's she talking about? And then I realized what she's talking about. She had seen that preview, the premiere or whatever it was. And she said, I'm not staying up for that. And that's when it really hit me in the face. I said, I really don't have control over what goes up there. I just think it's going to go up there and just going to be where everybody can see it. And then it goes in. Well, too, when I'm using the phone, this phone right here, and working on videos like I did, that complete video that I did this morning, like yesterday, was completely on this cell phone. And on a cell phone, the buttons are so close together that it's hard for me to distinguish what I'm touching, because it's a touch screen. Oh, well, I'm sure that's boring you to death, but still, it's just, this electronic stuff, it's just going wild. I mean, there are things that you can do. So last night, I guess it was, I don't know, 11 o'clock or something like that. This D&H or DH, I think it is. And it's this guy, and I don't know where he lives, but he wears sandals. And And he makes things and plants things in unusual pots that he creates from throwaway plastic things. D&K, D&H, or something like that. So I flipped it on. It's good to get away from electronic ideas and stuff because he does he takes a plastic thing you get grocery powders in, and he cuts a hole in each end of it, and then he burns holes on both sides, and he puts dirt in it. But before that, he takes some kind of pipe. He melts it where it's flat, and then he cuts the side off of it, off the side of the pot, and then he has this pipe that he flattened out and slides that in there, and then he puts this cylinder in there, and then he puts his garbage in there, like lettuce, tomatoes, leftover stuff. Puts that in the middle, and then she takes 2 strings and he wraps it in tape, and he grows it down in this pot that has water in it that's on top of the garbage that goes into the plant. He has cucumbers. Now, I don't know if that's sophisticated like a computer program or not, but it was amazing to me, just common stuff he was using. So he decides that he's going to use a plastic, another jug, old jug or something. Looks like he's grabbed this stuff out of a garbage heap, and he uses the bottom. Well, he uses the bottom for several different things. So every time he uses it for something different, he just tapes it up where he had the holes before. So now he's multi-purposing all these things. Anyway, I enjoyed watching him. I mean, I don't know why I did. It was just amazing what he was doing. Of course, he had his electric tools, drills and what he called Kimbles or Crimbles or but I love the way he's got this it's one of those hot irons you do like for soldering, like you do stained glass, and he uses it to cut plastic because it's hot. He just pokes those holes in there, burning those little holes inside there with that hot soldering iron. And you just got to see it, D&H. I think he's got 200 million subscribers or something. But now, when I found it, I said, oh my gosh, look at that. And I sat there and watched him. And I was getting ready to go to bed. I had got my water there by my bed. And almost went to bed twice. And I come back and I stand and look at that screen to see what he was going to do with that piece of plastic. Oh, then I thought, he'll be through. I'll catch it in the morning. And just by the time I turn it off, I'd have to watch again. So I was standing behind this chair, holding myself up, watching this guy play with plastic. Anyway, it's just the way it is sometimes. Yeah, my daughter's coming today. She'll be bringing me breakfast. Wonder what she'll bring today. Sometimes she brings pancakes or sausage biscuits, sometimes gravy and biscuits and orange juice. That's a real treat. She comes every 2 weeks, brings breakfast. Yeah, send some groceries and things, Yeah, I look forward to seeing her. And I guess that's why I should be cleaning my house instead of sitting here like this. I do need a vacuum. With animals, you just have fur everywhere. But that's just the way it is. Well, I bet my coffee's getting cold because I'm talking to you.